evening, sinners, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Cinema. As always, I am your host, Sawyer St. Sin, and so we're starting off the month of February with I Was Made for Love and You, or, look into some lesser known Frankenstein movies. So tonight we're starting off with Lady Frankenstein from 1971. It is an Italian film that's been dubbed in English. You can find it on Tubi if you're really curious about it. I will tell you that going into it, I was thinking that it was going to end up being more, a little bit more Hammer, like horror-esque, right? Mixed in with a little bit more like of the Grindhouse style of things. Just from the first trailer that I had seen of it, I was like, ooh, this looks like it's gonna be, kind of like gritty and like, sexy. It really wasn't. As much as I wanted it to. So just a real quick run through of the plot synopsis, right? So we got Baron Frankenstein, right? Working on his monster. His beautiful daughter comes back from med school where she is now a licensed surgeon, which, in the time of, like Frankenstein would have been like scandalous, right? And she's the daughter of like the Frankenstein, who people are already like talking about like being nutso in the first place. So, he gets his monster alive, and then what does the monster do? Oh, well, the monster kills him. He was warned by his like partner in the lab that they shouldn't have put the brain in the monster because it had a damaged gray matter, right? And he did it anyways, and then the monster like kills him and is after the other people who were the ones that are the reason that he is alive, right? So like all the guys that helped like rob the graves and get the brain and the heart and the such. All while that is happening, Mrs. Lady Frankenstein, I believe her name is Tabitha or something around there. She decides, like, she's in love with the lab assistant, right? The other doctor. She's in love with him, but he's old and he's not quite that attractive. So what she wants to do is she wants to put his beautiful, intelligent brain into the body of the young, like, farm hand type of guy who, he real nice to look at, but there's not much going on up here, right? So she does that. And her new lover, he still has the brain of, the doctor, Charles, but he, he's like, oh, you never loved me, like, whatever, you were just after this, like, dude, you just wanted to talk to me, you didn't really like me, and, he kind of gets, like, a little crazy, and, ends up killing her as, the police officer, like, figures out, some things and some stuff and is coming after them, and her monster kills her just like the monster killed her dad. But this was out of more of like a I love you so much, I can't believe that you don't like love me back. It's all your like, sadistic like sexual needs and not like loving me for me, right? Okay. So with that out of the way, first off, the trailer is misleading and like she, the monster is the only one who can satisfy her sexual needs. No, really, it's just that she's attracted to the dude and she doesn't like that he's dumb. She doesn't have any like weird perversions or anything. She's just shallow in a way. Anyways, so I thought there was going to be like a lot more like intense like love scenes. There wasn't. The really only like good, like, halfway love scene was when she was tricking the farmhand boy into, you know, some sexual stuff, and they don't even really do anything, and before he gets, like, smothered by a pillow and dies. And then the last scene where they're, like, naked and tangled in each other, and she thinks, like, you know, she thinks this is gonna be great. And then she just winds up, like, sitting there, like, getting strangled to death. It's not what I was... Look, I was expecting a lot more, and it kind of fell flat. It's beautifully done. I was having trouble watching it because every time that Tubi would come back from commercial breaks, because Tubi has commercial breaks in movies, which is one downfall of the platform. But also, hey, you know, it's free. So I'll deal with some movies. Like having some ad breaks, it gives me a perfect chance to, you know, go to the bathroom, refill my drink, you know, get a snack, you know, whatever. And then I come back and I'm back into the action. It's fine. I'm cool with that. But every time I would come back from ad break, it would do this weird glitching situation where it was like several like tiny pictures, not even in the right color scheme, and then like some weird snowy thing like going on up top. So I'd have to end up backing out of it, going back into it to resume, and then just for it to do that again during the next ad break. I don't know if it's because it's an older movie or maybe it's just like a bad copy that they got for the streaming. I do not know, because I haven't had this problem with like any other movies. The only other problem that I've had with streaming on Tubi is that my internet sometimes is crappy and it likes to freeze in the middle of good movies, and that's nothing against Tubi, that's just my internet provider. I'm limited where I live. I have the choice of crappy internet or crappier internet. You know, that happens. But yeah, just I don't know. I mean, watch it. I mean, the girl in it, you know, the girl in it that plays Lady Frankenstein, she's cute. You get to see her boobies. You get to see her butt. I mean, you know, that's nice. People like that stuff. I like that stuff. Not gonna lie. It's one of the perks of horror films, right? But like, don't go into it expecting a whole lot, because it's not. It could be better. It could be a lot better. Yeah. Anyways, so next week we're gonna, you know, take it OG to, you know, one of the original, like, women of Frankenstein, right? You know her, you love her. It's the Bride of Frankenstein. Yay! Am I, anybody with me on the excitement? No? Okay, just me. Cool. Thank you, you guys, for watching this week, and I will see you next weekend for some more I Was Made for Loving You with the Bride of Frankenstein. And I'm trying to find the one that I really wanted to do. I'm kind of giving myself like a little bit of time. It might be it might have to be switched with something else. I'm having a hard time finding one of these that I want to do. Well, the main one that I wanted to do for this like month of series. So just you know, keep sticking around, and maybe we'll, you know, see the one that I wanted to do in the whole first place. Anyways, bye.